Hello YouTube, Size17 here, but you can just call me Travis. Now welcome to what is finally here, end of the year lists. So much fun doing these. This video is going to be number 30 through number 21. Just like last year, if you saw those videos, or maybe not, I'll link them maybe if I remember. And I'm just going to have some notes, some quick little blurbs about each release. Not going to spend a whole lot of time really talking about them. I'll probably say a couple things, but you know, nothing too fancy here. This is kind of a stroll through all my list. So yeah, a little under the weather, so please forgive my sniffles. I'm sure I'll be doing that a lot, so please bear with me. In the background, we're listening to my number. It was my number 4 on my list last year, but the number 3 actual release from 2017. This is Darkness Remains from Night Demon. Yeah, in terms of 2017 versus 2018, I thought 2017 was an amazing year. I think we'll look back and realize how amazing it really was. 2018 not as good. Still some great releases though. I think just comparatively, it's just very far apart. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's start with number 30. Alright, number 30, Haunt, Grimoires of Undead Power. This is a band from the US. They play black metal. The CD itself was released through Grim Abyss. This just sounds like a very good modern second wave black metal release. They're not doing anything fancy here, but if you like your second wave black metal, I think you're really going to like this release. Let's see, my favorite tracks on the release. Probably the first two are probably my two favorite. I would have to say Where Your Grave Used to Be and Grimoires, the title track, Grimoires of Undead Power. One thing that I did last year, which I'll do again here this year, is if one of the releases has one of my top 13 guitar solos of the year on it, I will note that. In this case, it does not have that. So yeah, Grimoires of Undead Power by Haunt. All right, number 29. Alright, number 29, Shadowkiller with Guardians of the Temple. This is a band from the US. They play a new wave of traditional heavy metal sound, a little bit of power metal mixed in there. It's actually, the release is, well, it says it's released on Shadowkiller Records, which is obviously the name of the band. So it's self-released. If you know the band Ancient Empire, sounds a lot like it. Joe List is the singer, guitarist, main songwriter for both bands, so that's not surprising. A couple favorite tracks on here, probably 1600 and Iron and Glass are probably my two favorites. Is there one of my top 13 solos on here? No, there is not. So yeah, Shadowkiller, Guardians of the Temple. Number 28. Yes, number 28 is from the Canadian artist Flešš, Frenzied Bloodlust Underneath a Black Moon. Like I said, this is an artist out of Canada. They play raw black metal, or he, it's one artist. This cassette was released through Malum Arcana. It just sounds like, you know, raw black metal, razor wire guitars, demonic incantation vocals, just awesome. In terms of favorite tracks, there's only 2 on here. One's like 16 minutes, the other's 10. So I guess I'd say both of them. Yes, there's no top 13 solo on this one. So yeah, Flešš, I think it might be pronounced. Frenzied Bloodlust Underneath a Black Moon. Number 27. Alright, Joe List at it again with Ancient Empire, Eternal Soldier. This band just released an album at the end of last year, 2017. They already came back with one in the summer, so crazy busy Joe List is. So yeah, another band from the U.S. Playing new wave of traditional heavy metal, power metal in there again. This one was released on Stormspell Records, and like I said, with Shadowkiller, it sounds like Shadowkiller because of the Joe List connection. Some of my favorite tracks on this one, the title track, War Without End, Upon a Withered Earth, I Alone, several great tracks in this one. And there's no top 13 solo on this one. So Ancient Empire with Eternal Soldier. Number 26. Right, number 26, Cosmic Church with Täyttymys. I'm going to go with how you pronounce it. By the way, this part is so Iron Maiden. Love it. Anyway, the final release from this artist. This is a Finnish artist from Finland. Atmospheric black metal is the genre they play. This is the label it's released on. Forgive me. This is I think in Finnish. Kun Palvelis. Is how you how it's sounded out by me. This sounds just like vast soundscape. You know, huge snowy forest kind of thing with just wicked riffs. Some of my favorite tracks, again, bear with my pronunciation, Sonetti, Amola Hya, I'm sure that one is really close. Loitus is another good one. Yeah, just a great atmospheric black metal release. No top 13 solo on this one either. So yeah, Täyttymys, or how you pronounce that, by Cosmic Church, number 25. Alright, number 25, Menace, Ossuarium Silhouettes Unhallowed. This is a, actually just realized back-to-back artists from Finland. This is a doom death band, good combination of both genres played here. This release was out through Season of Mist. Sounds like Black Sabbath playing death metal. Sorry, just awesome death metal, and the riffs are just doomy, pounding, and stompy. Just great. To be honest, though, this probably was one of my biggest dropping albums. If you would have asked me, I don't know, 9 months ago, this probably would have been a top 5. And just over, I guess, the last 9 months, other stuff's just gradually popped over it. But anyway, still number 25, pretty cool. Some of my favorite tracks are Sempiternal Grotesqueries, Cascade of Ashes, Charnel Reflections are probably my 3 favorite, I would suppose. And then, yeah, no top 13 solos on this one either. I do promise there are solos on the top 13 on here. Anyway, next up, number 24. Number 24, everyone and their grandmothers, one of their favorite death metal releases of the year, Tomb Mold with Manor of Infinite Forms. This is a band out of Canada. They play, like I said, death metal. This release came out through $20 spin, and it just sounds like awesome throwback 90s death metal, just played perfectly. Interesting riffs and all that kind of stuff. Just like cavernous vocals. They sound just amazing. Some of my favorite tracks from the album, The Chamber of Sacred Uthika. I'm not sure how you pronounce that word. Also, Two Worlds Become One and Blood Mirror, also on there. I do really love the solo on, The Chamber of Sacred Uthika, but didn't quite make the top solos list. And so yeah, that's Manor Infinite Forms from Tomb Mold, number 23. Number 23, this is Drudkh with it's this, but it translates to they often dream about the spring. This is a band out of the Ukraine. They play black metal, a lot of like post-black metal-y elements in what they're doing these days. This one also, funny enough, also released from out of Season of Mist. It just sounds like repetitive trance-like black metal. You know, very monotonous, playing the same riffs over and over, but just really like it a lot. One of my favorite bands. This actually, along with Hooded Menace, was one of the ones that dropped probably the most over the last 9 months, but still another great release. But probably one of my more least favorite by this band. I'm not going to attempt to even remotely try to pronounce these, and I did look up the translations, but my favorite tracks probably are number 1 and number 3, so you have those ones. And then no top 13 solo on this one either. So yeah, Drudkh with this album. They often dream about the spring. All right, number 22. All right, number 22. Yes, Jeremiah Kane with All or Nothing. This is the I think the first synthwave release to make the list. Certainly will not be the last. This is an artist out of Poland. Like I said, synthwave, dark synth. This is a self-released album, and just sounds like the soundtrack to an 80s thriller movie, or like a more really more polished NES video game. Just awesome, very upbeat, super energetic, very catchy. I love it. Some of my favorite tracks: All or Nothing, Rising Dragon Fist, Vampire Vania, Shibuya Nights. Just awesome stuff. A little addition with guitars on this album that I really enjoyed. Yeah, just awesome, great, fun synthwave. No top 13 solos on this one, and that's All or Nothing from Jeremiah Kane. All right, last one from this list, number 21. Lastly on this list, but certainly not least, number 21, Otto Crater with Hammer of the Heretics. This is a band out of France. They play death metal with definitely a lot of like very kind of doomy elements to it. This amazingly beautiful A5 CD was put out through Crusader Productions, and the album cover is very fitting for this release because this is what it sounds like. It sounds like the soundtrack to like a torture porn horror movie. Just absolutely brutal. Some of my favorite tracks from this release, La Sang Impure, and then also the title track is another awesome, great track. But really this whole album, because it's mostly 5 tracks I think it is, and one's interlude and the other ones are just really long, really painstakingly brutal songs. No top solo in this one. They all are in the top 20. Guess I maybe knew that, maybe I didn't. But that's the case. And that's Hammer the Heretics from Otto Crater at number 21. And that's the last one for this list. Tune in tomorrow when I will be showing off my numbers 20 through 11. And then on Monday will be 10 through 1. So check those videos when they come out. And otherwise I have nothing to add here. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're familiar with any of the releases I showed here, number 30s through number 21, please let me know what you think of them. And otherwise, have a fantastic, great day.